Hey guys, and welcome to episode 15 of my Road to Max series. I can't believe we're up to episode 15 now, but the past couple of months have been some mad gains on this account, and I always want to show you everything I am doing on this account. In this episode, we're actually going to be doing a couple of things I've been putting off for weeks, and finally making some very decent upgrades to the account in terms of skilling, upgrades, and mainly, more importantly, archaeology upgrades. Starting the episode off though with a spam of levels from a celebration lamp and getting 27 summoning, 30 farming, 27 combat stats, and a couple of others as well. With the celebration lamps, because I've got quite a few low levels, whenever I do get one, I do get the level spam from everything else. But it's very good because it ends up unlocking quite a few quest rewards or quest unlocks, which I've not got to, and it saves me the effort of actually getting. So in this episode, it's going to be more of the yak track, collecting wrapping paper, as well as just going off and doing anything else we want to do pretty much. I know the basis of this account has been very skilling focused, but I'm hoping this sort of base of the account will be very beneficial whenever we start to do combat. But let's go back to the Warforge and hopefully unlock the Imcando pickaxe. I always really enjoy this cutscene because I think it's really cool, and cutscenes like this is what makes RS3 actually really good to me. So this is just getting the ship over to Port Sarim, which I get a reward for, and not only that, we can unlock the Port Sarim lodestone. Because I'm a peasant, I've actually not done it, so that is nice to do as well, because whenever we need to go here, it's already unlocked. So I'm going to go and see Fergo, who is the dwarf who does the Knight Sword quest. Basically, to get the Imcando pickaxe, you need to pay him a bank of 1 mil, you need to give him a pie, and he'll teach you basically how to smith this mattock. So this mattock is going to be a massive upgrade because at the minute we are using a dragon mattock because it's the mattock we can augment. You can get better version of a dragon mattock, but it's not augmentable, and for me, if I'm going to train archaeology to the level I am, I definitely want to make sure I'm getting some form of invention XP from it. So we've just gone and done the sort of side quest for Imcando mattock, and hopefully this will be the massive upgrade we need for archaeology. Give us a lot of invention XP, but also be the mattock we use to 99 until we get the time and space mattock, which you'll see is through all the way to 200 mil or 120 depending on when we wanted to stop as well. In terms of the mini quest, I thought it was going to take me a lot longer than it did. It probably took me the best part of 10 minutes, and that's why I put it off for so long. I thought it was going to be for a best part of an hour to go and get all the keys, but it took me 10 minutes, so I did need to put it off after all that. And in terms of an upgrade as well, taking it to a new dig site, which was a higher level than what I was doing before, the upgrade was pretty massive. You could tell the difference on I know the XP rates for just normal harvesting are very low, but they were way higher, and you're getting artifacts a lot quicker as well. So we're in a new spot now as well. We're in this spot at the Sarah camp in the Everlight, and we've just got 88 archaeology as well, which we are flying through the levels, and getting the tomes as well is pretty good as well. So we've just finished the yak track step there. As you can see, we have just been doing skill and kill, because I wanted to try out the mattock. Having a mattock you can augment is massive because the amount of XP you can get from it. For the amount of time you're going to be doing archaeology will be massive, and it'll definitely get us a couple of levels. But also you can make the mattock a lot better by putting some perks on as well. Now this is a big moment for the account. I always said I'd never sell the golden party hat, but I'd made some investments in some skilling supplies you saw in the previous episode, and I needed to pull some money out of archaeology. So I'm selling the golden party hat for the time being to buy some materials to then put into archaeology to hopefully take the money out for chrono. So here you see me just buying the materials I needed. I basically used a wiki calculator which works out how much you need for the artifacts you've got, which is very, very good, and I'll link it in the description as well in case you ever need it. But I didn't want to sell my skilling supplies, so I saw that golden party hat and thought it's a benefit to my account to sell it. I can always buy it back as well, so there's no real rush for that. So that's all I'm pretty much doing. I'm just taking a loan as such against that golden party hat. As soon as I've got the money available to buy it back, I will do, unless we decide at some point to spend it on something stupid or something very beneficial to the account. Buying all these materials though really did show that actually material harvesting is still very good money. You just need to be a bit clever on where you end up going. There's definitely some items of Sarah and some items from the Warforge which are actually mad expensive and will be really good XP if you just went and held that spot down for a couple of days, like I did with the Hellfire Metal and the Blood of Orcus. You might have seen as well, I'm trying to sell those Rings of Dueling at an extortionate price of 7.7k each. We will sell it at some point, it's just how long to hold out for. Rings of Dueling are very sporadic and they do go up and down an awful lot as well. Just logging back in, it seems as if everything has bought now, so it's time to do the big archaeology spend. I think I pretty much just did this for the Sara items, but if I've got enough money left over, I will definitely go and do it for Bandos as well. Now, the whole point of archaeology is by doing it in skill and kill things, whenever you get an archaeology yak track task like I have, you can absolutely smoke it in 5 minutes because you've got the XP sheerly in your bank, and all you need to do is just a couple of artifacts and you will absolutely fly through it. So that was beneficial, it was worth doing for that sheer reason as well. And there is another archaeology level, that is 89. We are starting to fly through these ranks now, and as you can see by my bank, I've still got a lot of XP still stored. So this is what we're going to do now. So for this Sara set, I think this is Sara 2, I have a couple of sets finished now. I've basically used all the artifacts who can fit into this set, restored them all and used all the XP from them. So I'm just going to handle in one set into the museum, and then I'm going to go to the dealer who is in the White Knight camp and basically keep selling it to them, because that person is the one who gives you all the Tetris pieces. And as you can see by my bank, the Tetris pieces have flown up, and I've also got 210k Chronotes as well. Now that is a lot more money than I thought it was. That is just over 46 mil. And I know I've spent some money there to get the materials to fix the artifacts, but some of the materials were already in my material storage. So there will be some profit in there as well. And for something I've just been AFK in, it's not too bad at all. Here is a big milestone as well. This is level 90 archaeology, just sitting at another Bandos spot. I have the invite for the Orphan dig site, which maybe I'll go to eventually. So just at the DG store as well. I'm getting tokens from just doing spins, my daily spins, and I've decided to spend it on some scrolls of efficiency. Now this is for crafting, and doing those royal d'hide bodies I will save quite a bit of money along with using portables as well. So that was definitely worthwhile picking up, and I might end up picking some of the others up later on. So the Santa's Grotto promo actually gave me a pair of green Santa legs. They weren't worth much at this point compared to what their GE price was saying, so I decided to throw them in for 10 mil and hope they actually sold. The dragon necklaces at the minute, because I don't need them, I'm actually making some decent money just flipping them. They are a very slow sell, but they do sell eventually. And I've just picked up a invention level here, and this is just from doing archaeology in skill and kill, and that's 71 invention. So I did need a break from archaeology. Sometimes I just like to be a bit more intensive with playing the game, and archaeology is just too laid back. Here is 88 Herblore, which is the actual start of extreme potions, which will be very nice. Now they are tradable, hopefully make a bit of money from them as well at some point. And then I was lucky enough to get a yak track task for some cooking as well. So we did a big chunk of cooking levels in the previous episode, and here we're able to start on swordfish, and starting off with 56 cooking, and hopefully by the end we'll get a decent portion towards 70, which is what we need for the recipe for disaster. Compared to like my total level, the fact I've not done recipe for disaster is a bit sad. But, you know, I'm not the questing type, but that will all come eventually on this account in one big episode, hopefully. Right, so I think it's time for a bit of an update on the yak track. We've done pretty well. It's pretty much all I've been AFKing and doing. In the meantime, I'm pretty much very into 07 at the minute because I'm so close to max. As you can see now, we're on step 34 of the yak track, which we're way over halfway, and we're actually flying through it as well, and the stats actually show it. I've got quite a lot of total levels just from the beginning of yak track, just from training stuff, which I've put off for so long, but because of the yak track task, it's actually sort of forced me to do it as well. Cooking's been nice to do, and the sheer lamps we're getting as well towards DG and runecrafting have been really nice. There's another lamp which is actually going to be quite big for dungeoneering. That is level 71. What that does though is also unlock occults, which is probably the best starter floors for large XP. So we'll definitely be doing them at some point. It's also related to a saga, but I'm not quite sure I'm at the mental stability to start doing that just yet. But back to cooking, pretty much do it on one of the portable worlds because I get the boost from all the cores. Which again, anytime you've got a portable skill, always do on a portable world because everything just works. You save resources, it's more XP, you get the core boost. But here I am hopefully just finishing this yak track step as well. But that is pretty much going to be the end of the episode. So in this episode we've made a massive upgrade to our archaeology setup. just through using the Imcando pickaxe for a couple of skilling kills. It was a lot quicker in terms of getting artifacts, and the fact we can train invention with it as well means we'll definitely be picking up some invention levels throughout all these episodes going forward as well. We've collected more wrapping paper this episode. Although I've not shown a total, we're definitely working our way towards the 250k goal, and we've picked up some extra levels as well. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Plenty more still coming on this series alone, as well as all the other series I'm doing as well. But I hope you guys are looking forward to that, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.